Hello, welcome back. So now we will discuss about solution of partial differential equations. We solve a partial differential equation and we finally arrive at a function which is called solution of partial differential equation. Okay, the solution might consisting of variables, independent variables x, y and dependent variable z. But when you solve a partial differential equation, it also have some arbitrary function. The solution might contain an arbitrary function also, because when you integrate, you will always get a function or arbitrary function additionally, or when you integrate, you will get a constant integration constant additionally. To find value of this, you have to have some additional information. Okay, immediately after you solve a partial differential equation, you will be coming up with a function with an arbitrary function which is called the general solution. If you have sufficient information, other information, to pick out the arbitrary function and arrive at a unique solution, which is often called initial value problem. Or sometimes when you solve partial differential equation, to find constants, boundary condition also will be useful. We will discuss this initial condition and boundary condition when you go to module 2. Okay, now we have to understand two cases. One is general solution and unique solution. General solutions are solutions which immediately receive after solving a partial differential equation which will contain an arbitrary function. And if you use sufficient number of information to find the value of specific value of arbitrary function, we'll be getting unique solution. The concept wise this is why. So what is the actual meaning of general solution? That is, it defines a family of integral surface in 3D space. That means a collection of integral surface in 3D space, and you can have different arbitrary function to get different curves. But in unique solution, you'll be getting a particular way or particular solution, specific solution according to a initial condition, initial start. Okay. To understand this better, let us see an example. In this example, dou square u by dou x square is equal to 2x into e raised to y. So we try to solve this equation and find the variable, find the function u. Okay, so best way to, or simplest way to do that is to integrate with respect to x 2 times. Okay, so when you integrate once, you will be getting dou u by dou x, and then you integrate further, you will be getting dou square u by dou x square. But every time when you integrate, you will be come up with a function, arbitrary function. In earlier class, you, or in previous semesters, you have called this as a constant of integration. So here we called as a arbitrary function. So when you put sufficient conditions, initial conditions, you can evaluate this arbitrary function. In this case, you can see the right hand side, f of y and g of y. This arbitrary function can be evaluated by using sufficient number of initial conditions. So finally, you will be arriving at a solution where u is equal to x cube by 3 e raised to y plus x e raised to y plus y. So this is called unique solution. So these are two cases or two forms of solution. One is general solution and unique solution. We'll identify, or we'll discuss more detail about this in the coming slides. Now let us see how to solve a partial differential equation. In this particular course, you have 4 different methods to solve a partial differential equation. They are direct integration method, Lagrange method, Charpit's method, and separation of variable method. We'll be using each of these for different conditions or different cases, where direct integration is the simplest method and Lagrange method is used for solving linear equations, generally for first order, and Charpit's method for non-linear equation for first order, and separation of variable is used for solving uh, most of the kind of equations. Now let us discuss first kind of method to solve partial differential equation. Okay, suppose that we require general solution for dou square u by dou x square is equal to 2x into e raised to y. This is simple partial differential equation. We can obtain solution by direct integration. Okay, so by examining this equation, we can clearly say that when you integrate this particular partial differential equation twice, you will get the solution, that is u. Okay, so when you integrate the given equation with respect to x, you will get dou u by dou x is equal to x square e raised to y plus some constant. Okay, we usually put some constant in that case. Okay, here I deliberately put f of y because you can think in two manner. One is whenever you integrate with respect to x, you have to put constant with respect to y. To get better idea, you think the reverse way. Okay, that means when you differentiate with respect to x partially, you should get this function back, right? So you try to differentiate partially with respect to x this equation, which will give dou square u by dou x square is equal to partial derivative with respect to x square, which is 2x into e raised to y, plus actually that that arbitrary function should vanish to get the step back. So that should be definitely function of y. Otherwise, if it were function of x, there should be some value for when you integrate, differentiate with respect to x. Okay, so we put f of y. In other words, we can remember a thumb rule, that may not be a correct one, but you can think about this. When you integrate with respect to x, you put arbitrary constant as f of y. Okay, now you integrate this function again, you will get u equal to x cube by 3 into e raised to y plus x into f of y plus g of y. Okay, so since we are integrating f of y, we can keep constant integral with respect to x dx, which is x, so x into f of y, plus we introduce some other arbitrary function g of y because we are integrating with respect to x. Now this can be a general solution. Okay, this can be a general solution to the given partial differential equation. Now to get precise exact solution, or we can say the unique solution, we have to find arbitrary constants f of y and g of y. Okay, f of y and g of y. Okay, for that we need to have some conditions, which is called initial conditions. Okay, initial conditions. So suppose that we have initial condition, first one, u of 0 y is equal to y and dou by dou x of u of 0 y equal to e raised to y. Actually in this sense, since we identified that the given partial differential equation is having variables x and y, so we can say that the given function or the resultant function is actually consisting of variables x and y. Okay, so we call initial because we take x0 and find the position or the status of the function. Okay, so given that it is equal to y, and secondly the derivative, partial derivative with respect to x, this particular u0y is e raised to y. So we have two initial condition are given to find more precise or more uh, exact solution, which is called the unique solution. Okay, so whatever you have to do is you just use this particular function. Okay, this particular function, or you can even rewrite this particular function as u of x y is equal to x cube by 3 into e raised to y plus x into f of y plus g of y. Okay, you can rewrite this as this. So now you take this equation and put the first initial condition. First initial condition. So we'll do that. Okay. So when you put first initial condition, what is the result? Let us put the first initial condition. That means u of 0 y equal to y. So the equation that we got was actually u of x y is equal to x cube by 3 e raised to y plus x into f of y plus g of y. Okay, so we have first initial condition u of 0 y equal to y. So we find u of 0 y from this equation. So u of 0 y equal to x cube. So 0 cube 0 plus here also you have x, so it equals 0 plus g of y. But it is given that y, so we can equate these two. So that implies these are same. So that implies g of y is equal to, this implies g of y is equal to y. Now second condition was given, dou by dou x of u of 0 y is equal to e raised to y. Okay, see here. So either we can differentiate the final general solution again, but we also have in the previous step we have also have the dou u by dou x stage. Okay, this one. So we can take that. So we have dou u by dou x is equal to x square e raised to y plus f of y. Okay, dou u by dou x is equal to x square dou u by dou x is equal to x square e raised to y plus f of y. Okay, so the given initial condition was dou by dou x of u 0 y is equal to e raised to y. Okay, also we find the same thing from this equation. That means you have dou by dou x of u xy is equal to x square e raised to y plus f of y, right? So you put x equal to 0 here. So dou by dou x of u 0 y becomes, whenever you find x you put 0, so 0 plus f of y. Okay, that is f of y. But from the initial condition it is given that that is equal to e raised to y. Okay, that is equal to e raised to y. Okay, so f of y is equal to e raised to y. So in this case we got two things. One is f of y equal to e raised to y, and g of y equal to y. Okay, so that means you can uh, go back to the equation and you can substitute uh, f of y and g of y in this equation. So ultimately u x y becomes x cube by 3 e raised to y plus, we can put f of y there, x into f of y is e raised to y, e raised to y plus g of y is y. So this is called the unique solution for the differential equation. Okay, now let us see another example, solving partial differential equation by using direct integration method. Okay, so here one equation is given, dou cube z divided by dou x square dou y plus 18 xy square plus sine 2x minus y equal to 0. So here this is a third order partial differential equation. That means we need to integrate 3 times, but 2 are with respect to x and 1 with respect to y. Okay, so first of all let us integrate the given particular partial differential equation with respect to x. So we get this dou square z by dou x dou y is plus 18 into actually x square by 2. So that is 9x square y square minus 1 by 2 cos 2x minus y. So in the right hand side it is equal to 0, but you have to introduce a arbitrary function. Since we are integrating with respect to x, we keep f of y. Okay, so now integrate again with respect to x, so which give dou z by dou y plus 3 x cube y square minus 1 by 4 sine 2x minus y is equal to x into f of y plus g of y. Again we are integrating with respect to x, we put a constant as g of y. Okay, now let us integrate with respect to y, keeping x fixed. Okay, so here what we get is z plus x cube y square minus 1 by 4 cos 2x minus y equal to, okay, we integrate, since we are integrating with respect to y, integrate the y function x into integral f of y dy plus integral g of y dy plus we introduce another constant called w of x. Since we are integrating with respect to y, we introduce constant arbitrary function with respect to x. Okay, so now we have to simplify this result. So finally let us put that integral f of y dy as ui, since we are expecting some function of y, and integral g of y dy as vy, since we are expecting some function with respect to y there. So finally we will get the solution as z is equal to, we can keep z one side and other thing as in the other side of the equation, we get equal to 1 by 4 cos 2x minus y minus x cube y cube plus x into u of y plus v of y plus w of x, where u, v, w are arbitrary functions. To find this arbitrary function, we need to have some initial condition or additional condition or boundary condition for the particular problem. So let us see another problem to find solution of partial differential equation dou square z by dou x dou y equal to sin x sin y. Also some initial conditions are given, dou z by dou y is equal to minus 2 sin y when x equal to 0. Also z is equal to 0 when y is an odd multiple of pi by 2. In this case we will first integrate with respect to x, keeping y as constant. Let us do that. So given this equation, we can keep equation number 1, okay, and then we integrate this particular partial differential equation with respect to x, okay. Then we get dou z by dou y equal to minus cos x sin y, plus, since we are integrating with respect to x, we can say that this particular constant is, we can keep that constant as f of y, okay. So plus f of y, okay. So you can do in two way. One, you can find all steps and find function of z, then you can apply initial condition, but in this case it is easy to substitute initial condition and find f of y, then proceed further. So we can do that now. So when in the initial condition was when x equal to 0, initial condition was, or condition was, when x equal to 0, dou z by dou y equal to minus 2 sin y, okay. So we can use this in this equation. First of all, we keep this equation number 2. So we'll put x equal to 0 in equation number 2, okay. So we put x equal to 0 in equation number 2, then dou z by dou y becomes, okay, cos 0 yes, minus sin y plus f of y. But we have condition given that dou z by dou y is equal to minus 2 sin y when x equal to 0. So we can put, instead of dou z by dou y, we can put minus 2 sin y, okay. So that is minus 2 sin y equal to minus sin y plus f of y, which implies f of y equal to minus sin y. So we can substitute this back into equation number 2. We get dou z by dou y equal to minus cos x sin y minus sin y, okay. We can keep this as equation number 3, okay. Now we need to find z, right? So we again integrate with respect to y. We integrate this particular equation number 3 with respect to y, keeping x as constant. So we get z equal to cos x cos y plus cos y plus, since we are integrating with respect to y, we can say that this particular function or arbitrary function is g of x, okay. We keep this as equation number 4. Now we go back to the second condition which was given. When y is an odd multiple of pi by 2, z equal to 0. See, this was the second condition, okay. That means this is equal to 0, this particular z is equal to 0 when y is odd multiple of pi by 2, that is, it will come as 2n plus 1 pi by 2, okay. So we can say that z becomes 0 when what happens when y is 2n plus 1 pi by 2. This cos y becomes, since cos 2n plus 1 pi by 2 equal to 0, this becomes 0. So the factor becomes 0. See the equation number 4. Again cos y becomes 0, then g of x. Okay. That implies g of x is equal to 0. So we rewrite equation number 4 as z equal to cos x cos y plus cos y. Or even we can write as, we can take cos y outside. Okay, cos y into cos x plus 1. Z of xy is equal to 60. So this is the required solution.